If you've been a Christian for a little while, you've probably experienced moments in your life, maybe seasons even, in which you would say, I had a degree of intimacy with God that was so good and so special that I don't even have language to put around it. Any one of you ever had one of those experiences, maybe in a worship service, maybe you were just out in nature? One that I had, it was just random. I was away, no technology. I was just hanging out with the Lord in nature, and there was just this overwhelming sense of the presence of God, and there's not even human language to put around it. But if you've experienced, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe there's seasons of your life where you'd say, my relationship with the Lord has not been like it used to be. I remember when I spoke with the Lord like I spoke with my best friend. How do you gain that intimacy with your Heavenly Father, and how is it that we lose it? Because you've probably lived with it and you've probably lived without it. I've lived with it, I've lived without it. Now the thing I fear most is losing it. So how do you lose intimacy with your Heavenly Father? It's probably like you lose intimacy with any relationship, and that is unintentional, usually unnoticed acts of resistance. So in your marriage relationships, maybe your friendships, it's not some grievous sin. It's not something you do intentionally to destroy the relationship. It's just that when they maybe tried to open you up, you closed yourself off. When they asked you out to dinner, you said, no, I don't have time. And then slowly over an extended period of time, over 10,000 unintentional, unnoticed acts of resistance, the intimacy begins to wane. And the same thing happens in your spiritual relationship with your Heavenly Father. God tries to open you up and you close yourself off. God says, go here, take this step of faith, and you say, no, that's too risky, I'm not going to do that. God tries to penetrate this area of your life, change this or that thing, and you say, no, really, this is my area, you stay there, I'll take care of this. And then eventually, over time, 10,000 or so of those, this is not a precise science, but I think about 10,000 acts of resistance. You wake up one day, you go to the Lord in prayer, and you feel like you're not praying, you're not talking with God. Maybe you're talking to Him, but for many of you, you think you're just talking to the ceiling. Anyone ever been there? You just like your words are bouncing off of the ceiling, and God feels distant, and you wonder, what did I do wrong? Is there something wrong with me? Did I make God angry? And there's just this sense of dryness spiritually that you don't know what to do with.